What is up, everybody? Bleeding Blue Podcast, episode 79. We are back at it. A little bit down this week. As of course, we know the Bills have been eliminated from playoffs and don't get their chance to make it to the Super Bowl as they lose to the Chiefs
Once again.
once again in the AFC Championship. Let's talk a little bit about that. It's obviously, I'll speak first. It was, I mean, I believed in them. I thought they were really going to win. They get the lead. It just seems like they don't know how to fucking take over Patrick Mahomes. The defense doesn't know how to take over Patrick Mahomes. The Bills find a way to score runs or score runs. Sorry, you get touchdowns
hmm
and get points for their team and keep it close. That didn't seem to be a problem. However, refs were an issue. Patrick Mahomes was an issue. And even, to a certain degree, the Chiefs defense was an issue and the coaching by the Bills. That was a big issue. Multiple little things, but they're a better team. I think that's what it is. I think we thought they were, I think we thought that we were better than the Chiefs. I just think they just have the recipe. They just have the recipe to get wins in playoffs. And know how to do it, and they've got a great thing going, and they're not letting anybody in their path. And I can't see why they don't win the Super Bowl.
Yep. You could, like I've said to you, I think I said this to you multiple times since that loss. You can blame the refs. You can blame, you know, the shady calls that the Chiefs got. But when it's all said and done, it doesn't escape the fact that the Bills had 3 minutes and 30 seconds to go down the field to tie the game or even win the game. Uh, this just the coaching. They just got out coached. I think that's just the main problem. And Mahomes is just a better quarterback than Josh Allen. I can't believe I'm saying that, but it's true. When it matters, the Bills, they don't have the coaching that the Chiefs do. Andy Reid's just a better overall head coach than McDermott will and ever be. Um, Steve Spagnuolo, their defensive coordinator, is literally a head coach caliber. He's a caliber of a head coach, but he's a defensive coordinator somehow. I still can't believe that he hasn't gotten offers for a head coaching job. He's probably just wants to stay with the Chiefs. I know, praise to him, but yeah, he just got out coached and outplayed. Nothing much left to say. We barely scraped that last touchdown. Fourth and goal. Um, we can talk about missed calls or and that's not a first down. That should have been a first down. Stuff like that. But no, you just gotta praise the Chiefs for being a better team and being more ready for the game.
There was some things that I was a little bit confused by. It definitely seemed like the Bills were always at the chance of a touchdown, but kept getting it to fourth down and having to, you know, just get closer and closer. There was no big throws. There's a few, to Mac Hollins. He had a few really nice catches, but there's just Holmes is so scary on third and whatever, third and 10 or third and 8, well, whatever it is on
hmm
third down. And, that's when I think Josh Allen needs to fucking pick it up and in that aspect of the game. I think that he needs to find a way to get those throws. I don't know why I mean, the run game helped. James Cook fucking played great, but you can't rely on it all the time. You can't rely on the tush push all the time. You can't rely. You just, you can get more yards by throwing the ball. And I don't know why he didn't throw the ball as much as I think he should have. Maybe I'm wrong in that. Maybe he did the right
No,
thing.
it's not the fact that he didn't throw the ball enough. It's the play calling that was the problem. We were playing too scared, like you said. There was not a lot of deep throws. And when they were deep throws, they did work out, but some of them didn't. And that's the reason why we lost because we were too scared to take chances against their defense because that's what we relied on was playing short passes and on a 3rd and 10 in the last series of the game we threw a screen pass on 3rd and 10. Like you can't be doing that to try and win the game. You have to take chances and risks and we obviously did that going for it on fourth down basically every drive and having to rely on to get Josh. But the thing is, though, that play that we call a tush push was not a tush push. That's a QB sneak. That's just a variation of it. And the Chiefs were obviously ready for it because they know that Josh likes to go to the left when they do that play. And the Eagles variation of what that's a tush push because they go right up the middle every single time. They have two guys behind him pushing Hurts past the line, right? But with
Yeah.
the Bills, on the other hand, they go. Josh moves, gets the snap, and then moves to the left. It's not a push, right? He has one guy maybe behind him pushing. The Eagles, they go dead through the middle every time, and it works 95%. The Chiefs knew that he was going to go left every time. That's why he kept getting restricted to not getting a first down. But like they had to have switched it up maybe. They had to, maybe during the second half change it up, but obviously that didn't work out. So, um it is what it
I
is.
think
I
they had
like I
plenty of
said,
opportunities to win that game, though. That's the thing. I think they
exactly. Everyone's blaming the refs on making shady calls, but we had 3.5 minutes. We had 3.5 minutes left in the game to tie or win the game, and we
just
didn't
got
get
to
it
make
done.
better decisions, and I think they're just afraid of the Chiefs. They yeah, like I think in the first half there was a little, or first quarter, and yeah, first half there's a few scary plays by Josh. That in throwing it and almost got intercepted a couple times. Fumbles and so forth.
No, it's just bad play calling.
Yeah,
Bad play calling by Joe Brady. Bobby Babich did not prepare as much as he thought he needed to. They're obviously not going to fire anyone, because McDermott took this team that was not expected to go to the playoffs or even win the division, and 13-4 record, got to the conference championship. They're not going to fire McDermott, but in my opinion, I think he needs to go in order for this to change.
I don't know
It's
though,
been
man. Like
it's been
it's
7 8 it's been 7 years of going to the playoffs and not anything happening. I think
but they're
that's
winning
one of the
though.
reasons why.
It's the
I
Chiefs.
know, but the thing is, though, he doesn't prepare for games like this against the Chiefs when it matters. He gets out coached. He needs to leave. Someone like the defensive coordinator, someone needs to come in, like an actual like former head coach who's been in situations like this. Babich, he doesn't have experience like others do. They need to bring in someone who has won Super Bowls before, has won against teams like the Chiefs
But who do you
before.
who like who's
I don't know. It
so
has to
there
be
you go.
someone new.
Like
It has to be someone new. That's all I know. There has to be someone different in the management department of defensive scheming against this team because clearly it doesn't work. So, um, yeah, I don't know what else to say. Something needs to change in the coaching department. Maybe add another star on the defensive side. Definitely, we need help on the defensive line because getting to Mahomes was a problem. I think he only had 2 sacks, and one of them was Milano on a QB spy. So, um, that something needs to fix that. Like during the draft, we need to draft mainly defensive players. Um, Maybe sign a star, like trade for someone in the offseason, like a T Higgins, who's someone we can guarantee he'll catch the ball. I mean, we got Amari Cooper, but we didn't he didn't want to be the focal point of the offense. We need someone who can be the focal point, like T Higgins, who we know can catch the ball and wants to get the ball thrown to him and is not a diva like Stephon Diggs, who is left, but someone who can not complain and actually do their job. So I don't know. We've gone through many years of this. I know this is when your first or second year of watching this team, every week, but I've seen enough to say that there has to be some changes in the coaching side of this team. But yeah, there's nothing more else to say really. Josh didn't have a bad game. He had to do as much as he could with what he had. So I mean, what more? He had no turnovers. Like he had no turnovers.
Yeah.
There was no turnovers by this team. I'm pretty sure I saw a stat that The Bills are the first team to lose a game with over 400 total yards, um, and no turnovers in a playoff game.
Yeah.
And I'm pretty sure they had more yards um, than the Chiefs. We had more rushing yards. I'm pretty sure it was about the same, but you know, like what more can you ask from this team? Not from the team, but from Allen.
Yeah.
He played good. He didn't turn the ball over. He didn't make any mistakes. I don't know. He
Yeah.
just needs more help.
Fair enough.
Obviously, he wants to stay with the team. He doesn't want to leave, right? He wants to get the Super Bowl for the Bills, but like, I don't know. Not much more you can say. It's
Yeah.
just disappointing. But like I've seen this team. I wasn't as mad as I was for other games, right? Because this team was not expected to go this far. We didn't expect them to go this far.
No.
Uh, so I guess that's a good thing to say about this. But yeah, in my opinion, this was the best chance the Bills had to make to the Super Bowl and win. Because I think if they beat the Chiefs and they play Philadelphia, I think they beat them.
Yeah.
But it is what it is. Just gotta wait till September. Hopefully something good happens in the off season. We get a couple players. Maybe a guy like Max Crosby, defensive end who plays for the Raiders. Maybe he comes in. Uh, like I said, T Higgins. Um, I don't know. I don't really want Tyreek Hill. I know he wants to leave, but I don't think he's going to come to Buffalo. Um,
God.
some player of that caliber. Obviously, Tyreek Hill is one of a kind player, but someone who can drastically change the offense or the defense is something we need in order to get over the hump. So that's all I have to say, man.
Fair
Really,
enough.
can't really blame other people other than the team itself. So
Well, on to September. Are you excited for? I mean, no, I don't even. I'm not gonna ask you that. We're both not excited or interested in the Super Bowl. It's gonna be fucking
no,
boring.
we'll do predictions next week really quickly, but I'm not going to be paying close attention. Literally, I literally couldn't think of a worse matchup
Hmm.
from
Yeah,
the teams that made it to the playoffs this year. I couldn't think of a worse matchup.
it
Like the
sucks. Yeah,
Eagles have the worst fan base in the league. Um, the Chiefs are the most annoying team to watch in the league. Um, the only real reason I'd maybe watch it is if Saquon. I really like Saquon. He's playing really good right now. Probably the best player in the NFL, in my opinion. Uh, yeah, that's the only reason why I want anyone on both teams to win. So
can't
that's
stand
about it.
Mahomes, man. I just can't stand that fucking guy, man.
And the
He
fact that he apologizes to Allen after the game made me even more pissed off.
I can't believe he did that. Is that real? Is that?
He did. He apologized to him for like Allen wouldn't do that, you know? Maybe he would. I don't know, but I'm just saying,
I don't
like,
think he would.
it's just a dick move, you know? To beat him and then apologize to him after is just a horrible thing to do. And the fact that, a couple years ago you cried off the field and, complained to Josh himself after a offside call, um, is just childish. So I don't know. The guy has things he needs to work on, but he made it to the Super Bowl again, so can't really knock on him as a player, but as a human being, uh, I don't know. And the dad was he was talking shit to Josh Allen, even though he has fucking problems of his own, fucking being arrested like 3 times on DUI
DUIs.
charges. Yeah, but we won't go into that. Whatever. But let's move on to the Leafs, who have been struggling. The two games that we did not talk about, the Blue Jackets and the Senators games, two horrible, horrible games. Uh, the Blue Jackets game was just atrocious. Like I literally, like it was just a horrible game to watch.
5-1, and then Ottawa losing two.
Yeah, losing to Ottawa in that game is just horrible. It was like 80% Leaf fans there. When the Senators scored, like you literally couldn't hear any of the fans cheering because it was just all Leaf fans. There's more atmosphere in that Senators arena when the Leafs play there than there is in Scotiabank
Yeah.
because there's actual fans watching the game there because they travel there because it's much cheaper to go to those games than it is to go in Scotiabank, and it's literally all suits on like a Wednesday game. Like there was no like Matthews literally said you guys need to step it up. Like the fans need to actually cheer
Bro,
for
but
them.
these people aren't even fans. They're people that are going there for business meetings, bro. Like they're not fans. They're there that are paid by
It's
their
sad, man. It's
companies.
sad. And the fact that, we're
They
obviously
gotta
the
figure out
tickets
a
aren't
way
going to
to
get
change
cheaper.
that. Make
Tickets
it.
aren't going to get cheaper. I know
They're
that for a
not,
fact.
and that's the reason why my dad hates the Leafs. That is the one reason he hates the Leafs. And it's not even like the players. He hates the organization for the fact that they, are so terrible to their fans and like, and they make the tickets crazy expensive. Even when they suck, they're still going to be sold out. They're still going to be a sold out crowd and they're not going to
Hmm.
get any cheap. And they constantly, yeah, they just, I know my dad is, yeah, he hates the Leafs. Like he hates the Leafs with the passion.
Hmm.
But and it's mainly for that reason alone. It's just it sucks though because I think it's not fair to people because there are some great we know like there are crazy Leaf fans out there that just can't afford those tickets and like if you want to go see a Leafs game and you love the Leafs, you gotta go in like the 500 level and like and that's that or 300 bowl or whatever and it's not terrible but it's not ideal. Like I
Yeah, they're
love I'm never
$150 for
gonna
the
see a Leafs
standing
game.
room.
I'm never gonna see a Leafs game from like the 200 level, 200 bowl, or the 100 like on the like down by the ice.
Yeah, I've been to one Leaf game my whole life, and I'm pretty sure I was like 3 rows from the top.
Yeah,
I don't really remember it because I was really young, but the fact that I've only been to one game and I've been a Leaf fan my whole life is sad because of how expensive these fucking tickets are. It's ridiculous.
yeah.
But let's move on. So we got today they play Minnesota. It's their last home game before they go on the road to Western Canada and Seattle.
Yeah.
So which will be fun. I like the later games. Gives me something to watch at night. But tonight they have Minnesota, who's playing really well this year. They're third in the Central Division. Pretty sure we lost. Did we play them already? We played Minnesota this year. I can't remember. I think we have. I can't remember what that score was last time. We played them. We played in Minnesota. I think we lost, if I can recall. Yeah, we lost 2-1 in overtime last time we played them. Beginning of the year. Minnesota, very good team. I'm pretty sure Fleury's still playing for them. I think it's his last year. So we got that on Wednesday, and then big game on Saturday against the Oilers, which will be a fun watch. Always, McDavid versus Matthews, always a fun watch. Um, Kaprizov is a major injury for Minnesota. He just got on the IL. I'm pretty sure he's done. No, IR, sorry. Pretty sure he's out for like 4 weeks. Just a big blow for them, but good for Toronto. Uh, Saturday, yeah. So Saturday is Edmonton, and then Tuesday, I don't think we'll be able to. I don't think we'll be covering that game this week. But we have Calgary on Tuesday, who are playing surprisingly very good this year. Um, did not expect them to be this high in the standings. I'm pretty sure they're fourth in the Pacific. I thought they'd be at the bottom with San Jose and Anaheim and all those teams, but they're playing pretty good, playing pretty
Yeah.
solid. So. That'll be a tough game as well, and I'm sure we'll be able to talk about the Seattle game on Thursday.
Mhm.
But yeah, some tough games coming up this week. At least they just gotta be better, man. They're pretty good against tougher teams, but you know, teams like Ottawa and Columbus, they got to be better at winning
We
those
got a few
games.
injuries too, man. Nyes was out on
Nyes is out.
Saturday,
Yeah, he's out.
and Stolars, Tavares, and Dewar, like or Dewar, yeah. Like there's a couple guys that have been out. It seems that Stolars is ahead of schedule, so that's
Yeah,
good
hopefully he
news.
comes back soon, which will be nice. Pretty sure Wall these games are pretty spaced out, so I'm sure Wall will be playing all of them
Mhm.
before Stolars comes back. But yeah, they're still first in the division with a game in hand on Florida. The Senators have moved up to third in the division, which is crazy to me. Crazy to even see that. Um,
That could
Boston
be
and
fun
Tampa
though,
are
man. That could be
yeah,
fun.
Boston and Tampa are basically right behind them. Detroit's close by. Same with Montreal. Like all these teams are really close to being in the playoffs. It's going to be a fun ending to the season and see what the matchups are.
Mhm.
Um, so yeah, I'm excited. I'm excited to see who gets into the playoffs. I just hope it's someone different, man. I'm tired of watching Tampa and Boston every year playing the Leafs in the playoffs. I'd like to see some different matchups. And then you got the Metropolitan Division, basically the same. The Rangers had a tough start, but they're kind of climbing back. Um, Blue Jackets are playing really good this year. Uh, Devils have been slumping since Christmas, as Frank the Tank has documented uh, very dearly in his rants. But they're still up there, and obviously, who we've mentioned every single week, Washington is just on a tear. They're playing so good. They'll most likely be in the playoffs.
Oh
So
my
yeah,
gosh, 34 and 11 and 5. Jesus Christ.
yeah, they're playing really good. 174 goals this year, which is insane. Uh, Logan Thompson being snubbed for not being a goalie for Canada is also crazy. Um,
He's fine.
but
Yeah,
it is what it is. He's
gross.
definitely up there for Vezina Trophy with Hellebuck and Ottinger. But yeah, man, I'm excited to see. And also coming up is the Four Nations face-off break, which will be fun. We'll probably do a little prediction on that and see how that goes. Definitely better than All-Star weekend, that's for
Oh
sure.
yeah, for sure. This
Um,
would definitely be a fun little thing.
yeah, a lot of the best players in the world going at it. I just wish we saw the Russian team competing, which would have been awesome to see. But we'll see that in the Olympics next year, um, which I'm excited to watch again with the NHL players coming back. But yeah, let's move on. Is there any Jays news this week,
Uh,
Mr. Holmes?
Pete Alonso, I don't know what's going on. I thought he would have been signed by now, but he hasn't. It's gonna be one of those like into spring training things. He's a Boris client, so it just seems like there's not a real good chance we land him because he just badly wants to be on the Leafs. Like he wants to be
Pete
sorry,
Alonso on the Leafs?
The Leafs. The Mets.
Yeah.
Um so
Well,
yeah,
how that team is shaped up this offseason, I don't doubt it for a second. I'm sure he wants to stay with them for another couple of years.
absolutely.
But it would be nice. It would be nice to sweep him up though
Yeah.
for our team. But yeah, man, I'd like to see Pete Alonso on this team move Vlad to third base.
Yeah,
It'd be fun to see.
for sure.
Need some more dingers. But who are the free agents that are still left that we can that could be interesting
I
the
think it's
Jays
going to
could
be a
pick up?
trade most likely if there is anything that's going to happen. But in my opinion, I think it's going to be, I don't know.
Scherzer, there was talks with Scherzer being on the Jays too, kind of like a him and Alonso were kind of like talking at the same time with the Jays.
It appears
Um,
that Scherzer is pretty close to signing with somebody. It seems like he's also um, in talks with the Jays, and the Jays have been heavily in on Scherzer for a while now. But
of course they have, like with
yeah,
everyone else.
and do we sign him? Probably not, but who knows?
Yeah. The Dodgers got another reliever. They just picked up Kirby Yates.
Oh, that's been in for a while. That's been for.
Oh, okay. Well, I got a notification like it was either yesterday or early this morning
It's
about
just a
that.
confirmation. They'd signed him for a while.
Oh, okay. But yeah, they're just picking up every, sneaky player that are left in free agency, and it's disgusting, really. It's disgusting. They're ruining this game that you love a lot, and I'm beginning to enjoy. But yeah, it's ridiculous, man. It's ridiculous.
Let me take a look at the other players that are still free agents right now. Um, Available. Here we go. Um, Team am I looking at? 2024. All positions, all type. Universal free agents available. Um, yeah, it looks like I don't know. Like we could maybe pick up Jack Flaherty is an option. I don't
Mm.
know if you'd be interested in that.
I
Um,
don't know much about him, but if you think it's a good idea, then
Here we go.
we
Max
should.
Scherzer, Alex Bregman, Anthony Rizzo, Jack Flaherty, Justin Turner, JD
No,
Martinez, James McCann,
no, no.
Drew Smiley. I think he signed with the team though, Drew Smiley. I feel like he signed with the um who did he sign with? For some reason I think he signed with the LA Angels, but I don't know if that's accurate. Anyway, yeah, there's a couple players that could be signed. Wade Miley, Alex Wood, just a lot of pitchers, Nick Pavetta, not a lot of players. So the only thing I can think of is a trade, maybe with the maybe trade with the uh the Padres. Michael King's
Mm.
available right now. Cease is available.
King would be a great pickup. I don't think the Padres are gonna
No, they
let him
are. They
go though.
said they would. They said
Oh,
they're open
really?
to trading him. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that would be great. He's
Mm-hmm.
a good player. I would like him. Or we talked about last week little Tatis.
Peace would be fucking awesome, man.
That would be great, but that probably won't happen.
No, it won't.
Let's move on to our top five. This is gonna be a fun one. We've been kind of going some crazy ones recently, so we're gonna bring back to our roots with music. I don't believe we've done this yet. We've done
Yep.
artists. We have done artists, but we are doing top five albums, complete albums. Listen from start to finish. Um, no skips. Uh, we're gonna do that this week. You want to start us off?
Sure. I'll start it off.
Yeah.
Um, all right. So you said you're gonna do two honorable mentions. So I was
Yeah,
like, all
because
right.
there's so many. Yeah, there's
All
so many
right,
good
fuck it.
albums.
I'll
We
do
got to
two
put two.
honorable mentions too then.
Yep.
At number six, honorable mention, I got the first one, Appetite for Destruction by Guns N' Roses, their
Hmm.
debut album, which only includes fucking bangers. Welcome to the Jungle, Paradise City, Night
Hmm.
Train, fucking Sweet Child of Mine.
Good
It's so
album.
easy. So many good songs on that album.
Have it on vinyl.
It's same, and it's a great album to listen to. It's classic 80s fucking crazy hair like rock. Like it's got that.
Right.
It's classic. It's totally gives off. It reminds you of it reminds you of what could have been a time where, as a kid, I would have been obsessed with this band. You know,
Hmm.
along with Motley Crue and Metallica and I don't know, Twisted Sister. It's just
Good time for like I wouldn't say heavy metal, but it's like kind of like not punk rock either. Kind of like a mix in between.
It's heavy metal. Van
You know.
Halen is another band that's similar.
Right.
Like Def Leppard, those guys. I think
Hmm.
this is like, and this is like the ultimate out of those hair bands, hairdo bands, or whatever you call them.
Right.
Appetite for Destruction, awesome album, incredible songs. They and then they came back after. Apparently, a fun fact: November Rain was going to be on this album. It had been written, but they didn't feel like it would fit into the album. But imagine if Appetite for Destruction also had
Wow.
November Rain in that too. That's just crazy. It's just crazy.
Hmm.
But then you put that on Use Your Illusions. And yeah, another at number six, honorable mention, I got 10 by Pearl Jam, another debuted album.
Yep.
This album is fucking awesome. I love every single song on that album. When it goes from
That's on my list for vinyl.
yeah,
Still
you
have it
got
yet. Still don't
fucking
have it yet.
Flow, Alive, Black, Jeremy, Why Go, um, fucking there's so many good songs on that album. I'm trying to think of all of them.
Hmm.
There's a lot. It's every song I have that on vinyl, and it is a great listen. 10 by Pearl Jam, their debut album, what solidified them as like an iconic rock band. Just great.
Hmm.
And number five, I had trouble deciding for between out of this band, but I got Ride the Lightning by Metallica at number
Right.
five. It's, I think, in my opinion, Metallica's best album. It's like classic Metallica.
Hmm.
It's a mix of their hard punk rock, like from the original era, like, and Kill 'Em All. It's very heavy. And then it's also slightly, they got these anthems in there. Fade to Black. Um, Ride the Lightning is even one of them. For Whom the Bells Toll.
Right.
Fight
An
Fire with
underrated one. I
Fire.
don't think it's even on the main album, but it's on their deluxe. Um, that's on this album. It's called Blitzkrieg.
Hmm.
Fucking awesome track.
Hmm.
Awesome track.
Check that out.
Really good. It's on the It's on the deluxe. It's like one of their songs they added to the deluxe. Really good song. Really good.
Hmm. I see.
Really it gives me Kill 'Em All vibes. It was probably recorded in between those two albums.
Yeah.
Yeah, really good.
I'm trying to think of what other songs. Yeah, Fight Fire, Trapped Under Ice, Escape, Creeping Death. I fucking love that
Yeah.
song. It just yeah, it's a
Call
classic
of
album.
Cthulhu,
40
Cthulhu
yeah.
or whatever. I don't know how to pronounce that, but yeah, really good song.
Yeah. 47 minutes. Yeah, it's a great album. So many good songs. I have this on vinyl as well, and it is awesome. An awesome listen.
Yep.
Number four, I got to pick the Beatles. I got to go with one Beatles album because they're the greatest band of all time. Even if it's not like, even if you don't love them, you just know they are the most influential band in the last 200 years, I'd say. I mean,
So
they
basically all time. I don't think there was really bands
there wasn't.
250 years ago, but
No, there weren't. I was thinking about that right now. But Abbey Road is
hmm.
such a fucking good album. You got so many good songs. You got um, something. I'm just trying to think of the popular ones that people would know, but I only know like but on Abbey Road.
The End.
The End, yes. Come Together, Oh Darling, Octopus's Garden, Here Comes the Sun, Because, and then the mix of from Mean Mr. Mustard to The End is awesome. If you listen to those, so from Mean Mr. Mustard, Polythene Pam, and She Came In Through the Bathroom Window, those three songs all go together perfectly, and they sound fucking awesome. And then same with Golden
Hmm.
Slumber, Carry the Weight in the End, they connected all those songs together and it just sounds incredible. Abbey Road, one of the best albums of all time. So original, so many different types of songs on there, from dark to just your classic rock and roll song like Come Together. Like that's iconic. Come Together's got to be like
Right.
one of the most iconic songs of all time.
Right. Iconic
At number
album cover too.
yeah. And then at number three, I got Nevermind by Nirvana. Another
Hmm.
with one of the most iconic album covers of all time too, with the
Hmm.
baby, naked baby
Great
smiling.
story. Great story behind it too.
I don't know the
Like
story.
what happened after. Basically, the guy sued the record company for putting him on the cover, even though because it's
He
obviously
didn't
his
consent to it.
genitalia is on it. But like when you think about it, like it's kind of stupid that he sued him because it's like you're a baby, you know, wouldn't people wouldn't even know that you're the person on that cover. It's just you wouldn't look like what you look like as a baby in the future.
Yeah.
It's kind of stupid if you think about it.
I think this album again, from start to finish, each song on there is fucking incredible. I love literally every song, and they sound similar, but they're all fucking great. From Smells Like Teen Spirit, In Bloom, Lithium, Come As You Are.
Territorial Pissings, um, Lounge Act,
Something in the way.
Something in the Way. I'm trying to think of what else. There's so many good songs on that album. What was the other one? Drain You is great. Just an incredible album from start to finish.
Hmm.
Each song is so unique. Um, Polly, on a Plane,
Yep.
yeah, like just a great fucking album. Very catchy music. Um, yeah, and I could like listen to that whenever, wherever. I love
That
it.
was one of the first. That was one of the first albums I got on vinyl. I think that's a necessity for anyone who
Yeah,
has a
I got that
collection.
one too. I just got Nevermind actually, like
Yeah.
recently when I started my collection. At number two, I got Rumors by Fleetwood Mac. This album is fucking awesome. It's top 10 in of all time. It has to be on like the whatever list is on there. Rumors is the
Hmm.
best Fleetwood Mac album. Each song is fucking great. You got Go Your Own Way, The Chain, Dreams, You Make Love and Fun, Never Going Back Again, Gold Dust Woman. Um, just so many good songs. So many fucking good songs.
Not
And
gonna lie, overrated.
the band or the album?
The album. People rate it too highly. I don't know. It's a good album. I'm not saying it's bad. I'm just saying it's a little overrated.
Fair enough. You're entitled to your own
Just a
opinions.
little. Just a little.
Fair enough. I still think it's fucking awesome. I can listen to that, especially on vinyl. It sounds incredible. Like
Right.
yeah, You Make Love and Fun. I fucking love that song. I love that song so much. It's just so much fun. Uh, at number one, I got the classic, the one of the most original albums I have ever listened to. When I first heard this, it went ballistic and told my friends all about it. You have to listen to this album because it's so fucking insane. It's life changing. It just does things to you, and that's Dark Side of the Moon by Pink Floyd. Start to finish, each song on there is fucking awesome. I love this album with a passion. Uh, it's incredible when you go from Dark Side of the Moon. You can go either Wish You Were Here, Animals, The Wall. All those albums are so good. Um, Pink Floyd, one of the greatest bands of all time, and created one of the greatest albums of all time in Dark Side of the Moon. That's my number one choice.
Yep. Definitely agree with you in there because that's my number one. A little early thing there, but okay. I'll start off. I have every other song other than that is different. I mean, album. That's the only same one I have.
Oh, really?
Yeah, with you. Honorable mention, I have a very underrated Who album, Quadrophenia. Um, just a rock opera album is fantastic. Tells a great story throughout the album. It's kind of like a movie, honestly, and there is a movie, Quadrophenia, one of the more underrated movies I've ever watched. It's hard to find, but if you do find it, watch it. It's great. Um, it plays the whole album through the movie. It's great. Have that at my honorable mention. My other one is I have to include a Drake album. So I'm a big fan. Nothing Was the Same. Probably his best work. All around when it comes to rapping, slow jams. He's got everything on there. Um, he has starting from the bottoms, obviously a very big one that he has. The deluxe is great too. Tuscan Leather, Furthest Thing, like literally every song on it's great. I still have yet to have it on vinyl, but that'll probably be my next purchase. Furthest Thing, honestly, I didn't really know about it until about a year ago, and it's probably my favorite song on the album now. From Time with Janae Aiko is fantastic. Um, Pound Cake with Jay-Z is one of the best lyric, probably some of the best lyrics Drake has written. Um, with Jay-Z, that song's fantastic. So I have that as those two as my honorable mention. Number five, another Pink Floyd album. I Wish You Were Here. Um, some of the best instrumentals and playing with different sounds and melodies in Shine On You Crazy Diamond. It's beautiful written music.
Yeah.
Parts 1 through 10, so different but similar in the way it's made. The Machine, the song Wish You Were Here in general is fantastic. Have a cigar. Just the story behind how why it was written for Sid Barrett, former band member. Um, Long story short, he left because he was dealing with psychedelic drugs and addicted to them, and they wrote this album for him, and yeah, really sentimental for the band, obviously. So very well written and well composed. So I got that at number five. Number four, I have Astroworld by Travis Scott. Um, the best trap album ever made, and probably won't ever be competed against. The best features on a trap album you can possibly have. Best production. Mike Dean is an absolute animal when it comes to the beginning and ending of rap songs. Nothing really compares. Um, I'll talk about another album after this that's kind of similar to that, maybe a bit better production, but this should have won best rap album, and the fact that Cardi B went over this is an absolute travesty. Don't know how that even happened. Sicko Mode obviously is probably the most popular song on the album, but him and Drake go crazy on that. Just on this one song alone, Skeletons has Kanye, Pharrell, Travis, The Weeknd, and Tame Impala producing. So I think that just itself
Yeah.
makes it insane. I wish that song was way longer. It's only like 2.5 minutes. Um, Astro Thunder has probably like one of the best produced songs I've ever heard in my life. Just has you floating. Um, yeah, every song is listenable. Coffee Bean to end it off is fantastic too. Um, James Blake on Stop Trying to Be God. He's amazing in that. Yeah, it's just a great album. Have that number four. Number three, obviously his views outside of music, I don't really pay attention to, but his old work, Graduation, Kanye West, um, one of the best pop rap albums, probably the best pop rap album of all time. The features, again, like Astroworld, they're great. Mike Dean, great production on it. You have Barry Bonds with Lil Wayne, amazing song. Great feature on that. Good Life with T-Pain. That
Yeah.
year with T-Pain, T-Pain, it was like best rap melody category in the Grammys or whatever. He was nominated in every single song, so he was guaranteed a win, which is insane to me. Not about Kanye, but it's just so funny to me. Um, Good Morning, Champion, Stronger, I Wonder, one of the best samples on a rap song. Flashing Lights, Homecoming. Yeah, I could
No,
keep
what's the
going
sample
on.
from I Wonder?
I can't remember the guy's name, like the
Bill
original
Withers?
singer. I think so. It's a great sample nonetheless. The
You
Glory, Everything I Am, like all the songs are so relatable to like just to anyone. Um, I love it. I love it. Graduation at two. Graduation at three. Sorry, number two. I have Thriller by Michael Jackson. It was like 8 9 songs. Every song is perfect.
Labby.
There's not one song lower than 10 out of 10 on Thriller. Um, just jam after jam. I'm pretty sure yeah, 9 songs. Every song is perfect in its own way. Um, Personally, my favorite one is Baby Mine is probably the least listened to on the album, but it's really good. It's kind of like that has that yacht rock vibe to it. Uh, Love it. Love that song. You can obviously see, you can say Thriller, Beat It, Billy. Like, look at that three song stretch. Thriller, Beat It, and Billie Jean. How can you beat that as a 3 song stretch on an album? You can't beat that in terms of hit, how popular all 3 songs are. It's insane. Um, you just have one feature from Paul McCartney, who's great on it. Yeah, I had that number two, and number one, same as you, Dark Side of the Moon. Probably the best produced, most relatable song to anyone. Speaks about societal
yeah.
uh, societal norms, money, time, which everyone has centered around them in some way.
Us and them,
Um,
or yeah.
yeah, it just speaks to the journey of life in general. Uh, it's fantastic. Great gig in the sky. Some of the best vocals recorded on any song. Um, yeah, it's not much more to say on that. Just the greatest album ever made.
Agree.
So there you go. So I got that as my top five. I kind of went with some new stuff, newer stuff. But yeah, there you go.
Can only agree. Yeah.
I'm sure people will have multiple because everyone has different tastes in music, but I'm sure people will have discrepancies with our lists. But
Hmm.
this is what we like, man.
It's very true. Very good music, I think. Very good choices all around. Yeah. Anyway, anything else you have to add?
No. Josh Allen, you're still the best in my eyes.
Good.
Don't
Good.
forget that.
You haven't lost faith in him. That's what
No,
matters.
no.
Never.
Yeah.
Maybe?
Have I lost faith in Josh Allen? No,
No. Okay.
never will.
Good.
Unless he leaves the Bills, and then I will.
I don't think you
Which
will.
he won't. He won't. Not until later on in his career. He's going to be staying here for a while, I think.
He's
If
young,
he
man. He's
does.
still young. He's still got time. He's still
Yeah,
got.
he's 28. He's got loads of time.
I think he's got like 12 good years in him. If he's, if you look at maybe he's not Brady-esque, like he's not going to be insane by age 40, and still be winning Super Bowls, but you never know. You never know. He still needs to win.
He's got to get to a Super Bowl first in
Gotta
order
get to
to
one, yeah.
be on that level.
First
But
get to the Super Bowl, but yeah.
we'll wait till September to see if that's true. Or actually next year. Wait till next January to see if that's going to come to fruition. But we'll see.
You think Aaron Judge will ever win a Super Bowl or a World Series?
Aaron Judge. I think so.
I'm just trying to think of like of the best players
The
in.
Yankees will always have a good team, no matter what. They'll always be somewhere in
Yeah,
the hunt. There's no way they're gonna have a 50 win season ever. That's never gonna happen.
yeah,
They're too big. They're too big of a team. It's like Real Madrid, or teams with so much history. They're not gonna have a horrible team like the Steelers, for example. They're not gonna have a 4 win, 5 win team.
yeah,
That'll never happen. There's just too much history involved, and the owner is making so much money. He's not going to let that happen.
yeah.
They'll always be in the hunt somehow.
Yeah,
I
man.
think you'll get one. I think you'll get one. I don't know if it'll be with New York, but he'll make a trade somewhere. He's definitely going to go somewhere where he can win something.
Yeah. Can
Yeah.
only agree. Can only agree there. Yeah, man. Anyway, I think that ends it off for today's episode. Thank you
Hmm.
guys so much for listening. Make sure to like and subscribe. Check us out on YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, Twitter. We are on all those platforms, Spotify as well. Make sure to like, subscribe, as I said before, and we'll see you next week. Cheers.